Hey guys, welcome back to Ottoex, where we feature some of the weirdest vehicles from around the world. In front of me is another really cool Toyota Wagon. This is a 2000 Mark II Qualis 4 wagon, which is featuring the same body style and body and chassis as the Camrys that were sold in North America between 97 and 01. However, this is in the wagon form, something that was never ever sold here. This one's powered by Toyota's 2MZ V6 engine, which is a 2.5 liter V6. It's the exact same family of engines as the 1MZ, which is the 3 liter, and the 3MZ, which is the 3.3 liter, which were both offered in Camrys and Siennas, respectively. The 2MZ was offered in some other foreign market varieties of the Camry and the Mark II Qualis, Japan, New Zealand, and some other markets. Curious to know if you guys had this one in your country. Let us know in the comments. We love to read all the comments, so let us know your thoughts on this. Did you guys have these wagons in your country? Getting into it, we're gonna walk around the outside, the inside features, and we'll take it for a test drive. This one's finished in a really nice two-tone beige pearl white with some really nice alloy wheels. It's got the factory roof rack up top, and it's just a really beautifully driving, beautifully looking wagon. This example has only 35,000 original miles. So I'm gonna walk through the outside here, go across some imperfections and some features, because this one is actually for sale by us here at Ottoex in Portland, Oregon. If you're looking for something like this, just check out our website. It's got the Tourer Edition badges, meaning it is a Tourer Edition. What that means exactly, I don't know. If you guys know, let us know in the comments. But I imagine it came with some extra features and options as part of that Tourer package. So we've got factory roof rails here for mounting cargo. A little bit of moisture because it just rained. So that's what those drops are. Very straight wagon, no body damage. The only real imperfections on the body, I would say, would be on the roof. There are 2 spots where the clear coat has peeled, which would be here and here, and also here. Otherwise, it is great. There are no other areas like that that I can tell. It's got these factory window visors, which are a very popular option that Japanese folks love to put on their vehicles, so you can vent yourself when it's raining. And in the 90s, a lot of people use them to smoke while it's raining. This was not a smoker vehicle, however. Down the rear, we've got badging, Qualis 4 2.5, and then the Mark II badge here. This was sold new at Tokyo Toyopet. This was a one-owner, Tokyo-owned and driven vehicle for its life. This has an not an aftermarket, but a factory optioned rear bumper scuff guard. This is a stick-on. And the bumper does have a little ding here, which you can see rippled this up. And then the adhesive on this is starting to lift here in the corner. And the bumper just does have a little bit of scuffage here on this back corner. But plastic bumper. And as far as the sheet metal body goes, everything is in great shape. This is probably the biggest exterior imperfection. But all original paint, everything is original. We like to present our vehicles as all original. This is an added backup camera, which works, along with the double din unit inside, which is kind of haunted. Spooky. Anyways, a really cool body style on this, and well, why don't we take a look at the interior. This grille has that star emblem, which is like, I've seen that on a Corona or a Mark II. It's kind of their badging that they used on these in Japan and maybe other countries. I'm not sure about that. Okay, so let's take a look in the driver's side front. We're met with a really nice plush black gray cloth interior. Door card is in great shape. Of course, power windows, power locks, power mirrors, power retracting mirrors. This thing is pretty loaded. It rides very much like a Lexus. I would say this is probably the closest thing you get to a 90s Lexus station wagon. Back in the 90s, in the late 90s, Toyota wasn't really badging Lexuses in the Japanese market for sale there, but I have a feeling that this would have been falling into the Lexus category. Everything aside from the badging kind of speaks Lexus to me. So this fabric is in great shape. This had seat covers on it when we got it, which I assume were on since new. We took those off. And let's slide in. I'll go over some of the controls. So you've got your retract button here, which retracts your mirrors. Push it again, and they pop out. Very useful for tight space parking in Japan. This also has a really cool carbon fiber style trim. I'm not sure if this was OEM Plus or factory, but it looks very nice. I haven't seen it on any other units. Factory, well, sorry, not a factory, but an aftermarket radar detector, which is mounted there and works quite well. So looks like the owner of this thing was maybe a bit of a speed demon. A leather wrapped steering wheel, which is in great shape, aside from one area, which is right here. And really all that happened was some of the color was just taken off. This could easily be re-dyed, but we're just presenting it as original. There was some a cover on here, which we took off, and along with it came off some of this coloring, but otherwise it's in great shape. Cluster ahead, fuel gauge, speedo, tack, and coolant temp, and your shift selector indicator in the center there. 53,099 original kilometers on the odometer. The engine purrs beautifully. This is an automatic transfer lever for your shift, for your transmission, floor lever shifting, and an automatic control system for your air. You can select your temperature and your fan speed and all that. Front and rear defrost, AC, everything works great, except for this head unit, which is a little wonky. Maybe it's haunted, I don't know. But when you kick it in reverse, the reverse camera does work. Otherwise, the screen is not reading clearly. It's a little staticky, but we do get audio on it. I'm not going to turn it on because the audio, it was playing music earlier. It's a little haunted, but the sound system does sound great. All the speakers sound good. Front passenger seat is in great shape. All the books with this, manuals, everything in Japanese, but nothing Google Translate can't handle. Passenger front airbag, crack-free dash. Of course, a driver's airbag with the horn. Center console here with an upper level and a lower level, and a hidden cup holder. You'll notice this center console is a little different than the ones we got in the North American Camrys. Let's go check out the back, because that's where all the magic happens. So we have this in full cargo mode right now. So we'll show you what that looks like and then how to convert it back to a 5-seater. So with this bench lower part pushed forward, you have a full flat cargo space. And there's built-in storage in the floor there, which I'll show you guys in a bit. The headliner is super clean. Okay, so let's convert this back to seats. Just pull this up and then just throw this down. And there you go. 2 seats here, and then you also have your 3rd or 5th seat over here, which goes just the same way. Super easy. I'm doing this with one hand. And there you have it, seating for 3 back here. A really nice center armrest with some cup holders and storage in there. And then you also have the obligatory ashtray and more cup holders. Factory floor mats throughout. These are in great shape and they're really nice and plush. Let's take a look in the trunk. Show you all the cool hidden storage this thing has. So, several hidden storage compartments, like 4 or 5. First one is under here. Pretty cool. Kind of deep, not like crazy deep, but enough to put all sorts of random things. And then a forward one as well. Pretty cool. And then we've got side ones too. One there. And one there. Check that out, guys. What would you store in here? Oh, and a bonus one. Because why not? Underneath all this, of course, is your spare and toolkit. Oh, we've got this cargo cover, retractable, which works really well to keep all your stuff in here a little bit more private. So that kind of sums up the exterior and interior. What do you say we take this thing for a drive? Yes, I do like the sound of that. It's already running, but I'll turn it off and on again. Maybe the radio will do something so I can show you guys that it's actually haunted. Oh, I also want to point out factory key 1, factory key number 2, which is cracked, but has the fob, which works great. And its key is here. It just came apart. Could be glued back together or repurposed, but it's all complete. Nothing is missing. Just disclosing that little idiosyncrasy. All right, let's start it up. Okay. Ooh, spooky. In case you guys are wondering, this radio is easily replaced, this double-DIN unit easily replaced with any radio of your choosing, and the wiring in the backup camera is already there, so you just wire that into the new head unit. No worries on that. Pretty standard stuff. Auto lock. Everything works as it should, aside from this aftermarket radio, which is just funky, because I haven't mentioned that enough. But any radio or upgrade for that would fit a 97 to 01 Camry would fit perfectly in here. So why don't we cruise a little bit so you guys can hear the engine, the controls, and the driving experience, which is really pleasant. It's super smooth. Power delivery is buttery, silky smooth. Driving, handling, all of it is really quite smooth, and I just have no complaints. This is the second one of these Mark II Qualis we've had in. They're a little bit tough to find in kind of a clean condition with a nice spec, which this one is 4-wheel drive. They didn't all come in 4-wheel drive. In fact, the last one we had was a front-wheel drive. This car was registered and used up to the very moment we bought it. It still has active registration in Japan. And in case you guys didn't know, to keep a car registered in Japan, it has to have something called a shaken, which is basically an inspection and re-registration every year or two. So that's always something we like to look for. Make sure a vehicle hasn't been sitting, it's been used, it's being inspected, it's being maintained properly for legal road use in Japan. A little different than we do things in most states in America. But this thing drives phenomenally. It's been maintained, the records are there, and someone is really going to enjoy this thing. It makes a great alternative to any other wagon out there with just this renowned Toyota reliability from the late 90s, early 2000s. The MZ engine family is really great. They are phenomenal engines. It's a kind of, if you know, you know. But I hope we like to educate people through our videos, just kind of transfer the knowledge that we have rolling around in our heads to anyone out there, enthusiasts, potential buyers, just kind of educate the community. And we're enthusiastic and passionate about these vehicles. And we really do love to share that with folks through our videos, our drives, our presentations, and just kind of spread the word and the love. So as you can see, it's driving really nice. The transmission shifts smooth. The brakes feel on the money, on the spot. No pulsating, no pulling. Tracks nice and straight down the road. All the power is there as it should be. There's no shimmying or shaking. We try our best to get everything incidentally repaired on these vehicles. That said, you know, they're all older, they're all at least 25 years old, most of the things we import. And so please just remember, they're not brand new vehicles, they're not sold with a new warranty. And while they are old, the ones we source, we try to get clean ones that have been taken care of, and they can many times be more reliable and more inexpensive to maintain than a newer vehicle that's loaded with all sorts of computers. We love these older Toyotas. They are just, in many ways, the perfect combination of comfort, simplicity, reliability. So, I believe this is nearing the end of our video on our drive here. I really hope you guys enjoyed checking out this 2000 Mark II Qualis 4. If you're interested or looking for a cool Toyota or an import or just a unique, clean vehicle that's original, check us out, Ottoex.com, at Ottoex on Instagram, or just subscribe, ring the bell, drop us a comment or a thumbs up. Did you like this video? Whether you're a buyer, an enthusiast, or just curious, we we love it nonetheless. So we're always doing more videos. We've got a lot of cool more vehicles lined up. Reach out, stay in touch, let us know your thoughts, and we'll catch you on the next video. Thanks, guys.